Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're here in
Cumming, Georgia.
Cumming, Georgia. I don't know where in Georgia that is. I think it's slightly north of Atlanta.
Yeah, I think to the north and the east a little.
We're in a cool little campground here. I think it is called Twin Lakes, simply because I think it has 2 lakes. Anyway, we thought that we would put together a video of kind of about who we are, where we came from, what we're up to, and
just why we started this channel and what we're doing with our lives.
So anyway, to go back to the very beginning, Marie and I met in high school. I don't think she's going to let me show some of those pictures,
no.
But
we've known each other a really long time.
Really long time. We've basically been each other's best friends since high school. Anyway, we got married in 1993.
So this will be 29 years.
29 years. We have 2 kids. We raised a boy and a girl. Got them all through junior high, high school.
Yep.
Went off to college.
Did all the normal things that you're supposed to do.
Everything that everybody says you're supposed to do to raise 2 productive, good kids. We did it. We achieved it. We have 2 fantastic kids that I couldn't be any more proud of. They're both young adults. One's married. One has just started his big boy job in Texas. Our daughter is an amazing nurse. It just awes me every day that she can get up and go do her job.
We have an amazing son-in-law.
We have an incredible son-in-law that if we had had another son, I would like for it to have been him. He is just that great of a guy. He really is. So anyway, we raised the kids. We got them through college, and empty nest hit. And we really started wondering, or at least I did, the kids took up so much of our time because that's what we were devoted to, working kids. I was really concerned, are we still going to be able to live together without the common glue of stuff for the kids? And things just needed to change.
Yeah. We were fine. We actually really enjoy each other, and we are each other's best friends still. But
it's just a natural evolution.
We needed a change of scenery. And we'd been in the same town for 25 years at that point, and we wanted a better life, which wasn't going to happen there because of just the job market and things like that. And we decided to move to North Alabama.
Well, there were a few more steps involved there.
Okay. So I had a photography studio in Montgomery for about 10 years, and I loved it. I had a great time doing that. Met a lot of cool people. I enjoyed every minute of it. But as I was saying, there was no further, there was no more going up from where we were in the town that we were in. So we decided that we were going to sell our businesses. Clay had an IT firm, I had a photography studio, like I said. And so we made the decision to change things up and move to North Alabama.
I built an IT firm that basically companies would outsource their information technology department to us, and did that for 10 to 12 years. And one morning it just hit me that I just couldn't do it anymore. So I rolled over to Maria and told her she had 2 choices. She could either find another husband or she could start packing stuff. And so come to find out, she was thinking the same thing.
Owning your own business is good, but it's also really, really challenging.
It really is.
Because you're the only employee in some cases, or you're the main employee, and you don't get a whole lot of vacation time. You take trips when you can on the weekends, but by the time the weekend rolls around, you're so tired that it's hard to do that. And it gets to a point where, is it really worth it to own your own business?
The money just wasn't worth it anymore.
We basically worked our butts off for, 20 years, and we were never going to be able to retire.
No.
We were just working to pay bills and
to pay for things
to live. Yeah, that was it. So we
sold everything. Well, not everything.
We sold the house.
We sold the house. We moved to North Alabama, and basically did Reset 1.0.
So we moved to Huntsville, and for basically a reset. So we kind of started out with a blank slate. We built a house. Clay had a great job. I finished my degree in graphic design. We had a pretty great life there.
Yeah.
But, we came to a realization where basically no. Stella's trying to jump in the water.
Stella, are you supposed to get in the water?
I'd like to.
Hey, Stella. Stella. Sit. Thank you. Behave.
Anyway, we realized that we were basically back where we were. We'd started doing more traveling because we could, because you had vacation time.
Right.
But we decided that
we were starting to fall back into that same get up at 5, go to work at 6, come home at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, sit in the house, chit chat a little bit,
go to bed,
get up, do it again, and then Saturday and Sunday, go check out the area, and eventually you run out of things to check out in 3 years. So
within a weekend drivable area. And also we were running into, hotels weren't allowing dogs, we can't really stay in an Airbnb that allows dogs because Clay's allergic. That's why Stella is hypoallergenic. And anyway, we were just kind of back in our same pattern.
So kind of like 3 years prior, I rolled over to Maria one Saturday morning and I said, let's go buy an RV. And she said, you've lost your mind. So we got up, we went to Chattanooga.
It wasn't just that sudden. We had been binge watching YouTube videos on RVing. For at least a year.
Yes. And we had talked about owning an RV, 20 years prior.
Yeah.
Before that.
Yeah.
When it was affordable, which, newsflash, it's never affordable.
Yeah.
Kind of like kids. If you wait until you can afford one, you're never going to get one.
That's true.
So we went to Chattanooga, and we went to several places looking at different floor plans.
She's in the water now. Great.
And we basically justified the cost of what we spent on the first travel trailer as when we weren't using it, we would rent it out. Well, that did not go as planned because I'm kind of anal about my stuff.
And we enjoyed it way more than we thought we were going to.
Yeah.
So we thought we might use it a few weekends out of the year, but it turned out we really, really loved it, and we wanted to use it all the time.
Yeah, we were using it every weekend. So I don't know if we still have the pictures, but it seemed like the first 10 trips we went on, every single one of them had a problem. I mean, from backing the thing in, the camper was 90 inches wide, and the spot we'd have to get into had concrete walls, and it was 92 inches wide. Just unbearable. But even as tough as some of that stuff was, we still loved it.
We did.
I mean,
and we took a trip out west, went to Yellowstone, went to Tetons, went to Glacier, went to the Badlands, fell in love with it even more.
It was over then.
Yeah.
I mean, that was...
that was the beginning of the end of living in a house.
Yeah. That was
so
R.I.P.
Yep. But we didn't think we could probably live in a travel trailer because, for one thing, we picked the travel trailer that was suitable for renting, which had a bunkhouse. We didn't need that. Nobody ever came to stay with us. And so we traded that in and we got a fifth wheel.
Went to the fifth wheel.
And we love the fifth wheel.
Absolutely love it.
It is 10 times better. We have 2 slide outs that make it absolutely huge. We can
entertain at tailgating spots.
Yeah, we love to do that.
It's enough room for us to where we don't get on each other's nerves. It gives us the ability to spend multiple days boondocking. Our freshwater tank holding tanks, they're not the biggest in the industry, but they're not the smallest either. So, we can go 5 to 10 days. Where'd she go? There she is.
Drop my phone.
So that's how we ended up with a fifth wheel. Why did we start doing YouTube?
Oh, that goes back to, well, reset. So we had the fifth wheel for about 6 months, and we decided to take another long trip out west.
Day trip.
Clay had some vacation time and some telework time that he was able to take, some work remotely time. So we tested out how that would work on a trip. We fell in love with our camper all over again and really felt like at that point maybe we could do this full time.
Really came to the realization that if I could find a job that I could work remotely between Verizon, AT&T, and Starlink, that we had the capability to do it.
And so we were like, this was kind of a plan that was going to be down the road, maybe towards retirement time or whatever, but
unbeknownst to me, this one right here started that plan a little bit sooner than I thought. So tell everybody how the house got sold.
Okay, but are you mad?
No, I'm not mad. I'm just saying, tell everybody how the house got sold.
Okay. So
I didn't know about this.
We did talk about on the way home from that amazing trip that we could possibly do this full time because we love our camper. We love seeing new things and all that. So when I got home, I had a conversation with my really good friend who's a realtor, and I said, look, this is the conversation we had. I think that we could do this full time, and I really think we want to. And she was like, well, I have someone who would buy your house right now.
So I got a call at work 2 days after coming off vacation. Honey, I just sold the house.
No, I said, what would you think about selling the house? Heather has someone that would look at it and wants to buy it right now. And he was like, what? The house isn't for sale. So I was like, well, let's just let him look at it and see what it comes of it,
Anyway, that deal didn't go through, but it got us through the initial, sorry, got to change arms. It got us through the initial, I don't want to fall off this bridge either. That would suck. So it kind of got us through that initial hump of kind of being scared to do that.
What would it be like to actually do this, and what would that look like as far as where all our
it actually made us take that first step.
Yeah.
We had been saying we'd like to do it, we could do it, we never put a plan together to do it. We had the truck for it, we had the fifth wheel for it, we just needed that first step. So the first deal falling through, honestly, was kind of relief because we were getting way outside my comfort zone. One, at that time, I loved my job, really did. And it was going to be giving up something that, one, they paid me a boatload of money, and it was comfortable. It was good. I really enjoyed it. But when it didn't sell, I felt let down. So we told the agent, go ahead and list it, and we put our price on the house.
A little bit higher than, we thought it
just a
should sell
skosh
at.
higher than actual market value. But, just to give us some room to get a plan together in case it did sell, to get rid of everything.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't put enough on it. It sold rather quickly. I think it was 21 days. And they wanted to do an early closing. So, we did a whole video series on all the stuff that we went through, and, not complaining about it. It was just a struggle. I mean, you work 20 years for some of this stuff. And, when you see a big green egg that you pay $700 for selling for $200 at an estate sale, it kind of hurts a little bit. Some of those things were hard to get rid of for the prices that they sold for. But the end goal was to live full time in our fifth wheel so that we could go gather memories instead of things.
Yeah. And I was going to say, in the end, all that stuff was just stuff.
It was just stuff.
And stuff we didn't really need.
So we basically kept family heirlooms, stayed in the family. We took those to the kids. Maria's photography stuff that won awards and things, that went into storage.
Our family portraits. We had a bunch of family portraits and albums. I used to make albums on all of our trips, and we put those in storage. But that brings us to the reason why we started this YouTube channel. So that's what I used to do on all of our trips, is I would make an album. I would do photography. The albums are pretty, but now they're in storage. And also, no one ever looked at those.
Well, no one looks at this either.
That's true.
At least it's
But we
it's
have
there.
it for us to document our travels. Video says a whole lot more than just pictures do. We can add pictures into the video. We can have those too later.
And if you're family and friends and you're watching this right now, this is the best explanation that we can give you as to why we did this.
A lot of people don't understand this kind of lifestyle. They don't understand how you could possibly want to do something like this, but we really, really love it.
Yeah,
and
this was not a knee-jerk reaction. We decided this is what we wanted to do. I get some people think we're now qualified as white trailer trash. I guess technically, we do live in a trailer. I don't think we're trash yet, but we made this decision 100%. We're going to do it for at least a year, and then we'll see what happens from there. We don't know where our kids are going to end up putting down, their family roots, and our family is very important to us.
It is, and that's another reason why we're doing this, is that we've been able to make connections with people. Like, I saw a friend in Indiana that I haven't seen in 15 years. And we've been able to spend here 2 weeks in the town where our daughter lives and visit her. And just, on a daily basis, see her when she's not working. And, I'm going to see another friend later today who I haven't seen in months. And, in November, we're going to go home to Montgomery, and we're going to spend 2 weeks there. And
I'll be able to spend. Done in years.
No, it's usually an overnight trip or less than that. And we get, a few hours to visit. And now we can spend as much time as we want to. So that's why, that's also important to us. Seeing the United States is important, but being able to connect with people we haven't seen in years, and being able to connect and be with family, that is the goal. So
now
Now it's all me. Put me on the spot.
Explain the channel name.
Okay, so our road less traveled is the road that we haven't traveled. This is a new path for us. This is a new journey. This is something new to us. This is... I hate being on camera. I'm getting used to it, but I hate it. So...
I'll take her off.
I'm the introvert, if you haven't noticed, and he's the extrovert.
I'm the idiot that finds comedy in everything. So to me, the road less traveled is, to me, my entire life, I've been like the black sheep of every group or family or community that I've been involved in. I just see things differently. I'm that one person out of 99. You know, 4 out of 5 dentists recommend Colgate. I'm the 5th one. I didn't do it. So to me, our road less traveled is kind of what we do. We don't do things the way that other people do. We don't take the same routes that other people do.
Going full time. Most people plan that for years and years and years. We did it in like 60 days.
Yeah.
Start to finish. We're here.
We were in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and decided the next day we were going to be in Georgia. So, we drove to Georgia.
Yes.
Most people don't do that. It's not smart. It's not fuel efficient. But that's just kind of how we are. We're not like other people, or if we are, we have not met those people. So I think we're going to wrap this up because God knows how long this is actually going to be, and my arm's really tired.
Anyway, we just wanted to come on here, explain who we are, how we got here, and tell you all that we appreciate you watching. If you're watching, if not, then this is just for us and maybe a few family members.
Yeah,
but
we'll look back at...
We're not trying to be influencers here. We're just trying to document what's happening in our lives and proof of life, as you say.
Yeah, proof of life for your parents.
And to explain to the people who don't know why we're doing what we're doing, why we love it so much. And just, maybe along the way you get to learn something, see something you've never seen before. And we hope to see you on the road one day.
And if you see us, stop and say hello. And absolutely, if you have any other questions, put them in the comments.
Like, subscribe, and
ding the bell.
Ding the bell.
And we'll see all 8 of our viewers next week
on our road less traveled.